Hey, you guys. I'm actually going to be on time. Let me get my little grounding rock here. Let's see. Hold on one sec. I'm going to grab it. Okay. I decided to grab my tarot cards instead. Hi, guys. Okay. Welcome to WCIA. Yeah, I'm going to hold my tarot cards. I need to hold them. Hi, Muffin Top, my wonderful mod. I have a great presentation, and there is always a lot of movement going on out there on Summer Moon Wells and the Idaho 4, and a lot of people keep forgetting about Kylie Rodney, even the Gabby Petitos. I don't forget about them. They're part of my world over here, and they're part of our presentation every time I go on. Welcome in those that are new. Welcome back to my wonderful WCIA network family. I'm going to go over today photos like this that I'm going to show you how it spoke to me. Now, everything I do and say falls under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976. When I show information, a photo or an image, discuss information that is from a different channel, never is my conversation directly about the YouTube creator. Never is, never was, never will be. Because it's only about the children. It's the children that are got gone, get gone. No one's looking for them. No one even is looking at the elements that could bring justice to these children. Hi, G.H. White. Hi, Sherry. Hi, Bernadette. They're just not. And there's reasons for that, you guys. There's reasons why they're not. And I'm here to just keep bringing you information that is shown to me, bringing you images of elements that could help others look. So when you look at a photo, you look beyond the photo. You just don't look at the face that they want you to see. Beneath these creators, some of them really quite amazing creators, are holding the answers to the missing children. I could keep turning this into different colors, but it's going to give me the same face that I see because that face speaks to me. It's not about the girl whose channel it is. I don't care. Right? It's not about that. It's not about where I got it. The only ones that are really should know where I got or get my information, if it helps, are the law enforcement. Because my goal here, again, is to help share the story, help show the elements so we get educated on how to help bring the children home. So when you see other information or other channels or another child be missing and you say, wow, I see an element, you'll know what to look for, and you'll know that your eyes aren't playing tricks on you. The face that you see here is what I'm starting with today. For those that are new, I have a family that I have been following that have been giving me the best information. Now, it's not about the family, right? They're well and they're safe and well and they're doing their thing and they're traveling the world and they do all this shit, which is great for them because it's not about them. For me, it's about the story that they consistently tell through all of their videos, including videos from 11, 12, 15 years ago that go back. They go back. So understand that I'm not just grabbing information that comes from all places. They're not coming from all different places. They're coming from the same places that I've always gotten them from. Hi, Julia. And I don't really need to look any further because the story is there and it hasn't changed for over 2 years. These kids have been taken underground and they're gone. There are so many kids that we don't know about that match the faces of Summer Moon Wells, Michael Vaughn, Harmony Montgomery, the Watts kids, the Vallow kids, the Gabby Petitos, the Serenities. Here I call them the Summer Moon Wells missing children. Doesn't mean I'm talking just about one. I'm talking about all the different Summer Moon Wells' faces that are beneath her face when I show the videos. And they're not just beneath her face within my third eye. I'm here to show it to you. It is shown to me and I show it to you. This woman's face goes all the way back to the beginning of my storytelling. This woman's face goes all the way back to all of the information that I have about the underground tunnels, about the waterways, about the boxes, about the fire, about the symbols, the critters, the people, all of it. I have gotten all of my information that matches what I'm doing here from their channel. Now, yes, do I get it from Benny Keys and Andrew Hilt and Ziggy and Molly Golightly and all those other people that I work with? Absolutely. All those channels do is back up my information. Because this channel puts it into motion. The faces that you see here, to me, are the same. They're the same. The face that you see here, to me, is the same. Now, does that mean that the person to my left is a guilty party? No. Because sometimes her face covers up someone else's face. This is what's called deep fake. They try to do deep fakes to fake you out. To make you run in circles. I don't run in circles here. I don't need to run in circles here. I've one circle I run through, and that's for the children. Period. They don't put me in circles. They don't have me running around and looking in blah, 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 and, they don't. They have one story and one story only, because that's all they know from. So when I show you something like this, what I do know is that whoever is part of this underground railroad looks like this. This is a face that hit me right into my soul right into my heart. And that is because the children know certain information that they channel through me. Other information, I don't get it. I don't get that information. I don't get, turn to the left, turn to the right. If I'm standing in a location and there's somewhere around where I'm standing, I'll know which way to turn. But they don't know where they are. You guys, these children, they actually cover their asses from people like me. The people that are guilty cover their asses from the witchy-like readers that talk to spirit. I know that. I know that they create the confusion underground. I know that they're moving place to place, area to area, door to door, wall to wall. There's a reason behind it. A reason behind it. Do you guys put a number 1 in chat if you see the resemblance between these faces? These are the faces that I call showing the faces of the children. Thank you, Muffin Top. Welcome in, Julia. Thank you, Muffin Top. Welcome in, Susan. Welcome in, Long Gone. There are a few people. I'm going to, before I start this, I don't care so when people come in here and they disagree. That's fabulous. That's what makes the world go round. What makes the world go round is everyone's different opinions and everyone has different thought process, right? Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. This is from over here. Look at how perfectly this matches. Look at that. But what I do despise and what I do find cowardly and pathetic is when someone comes in here and pretends they're friends with my WCIA network family. And they're not. You're only fooling yourself. Do not come in here and discuss what I'm doing here and then go to a different channel and utilize my information by making fun of it and by belittling it. Because the only thing you're doing is belittling yourself. You know who you are. I have many, many amazing subscribers. I get emails all day long. Hi, Purple Sneakers. Letting me know who's real. Hi, Colleen. Who's not real. And who's in a different chat room actually discussing my channel in a way that does not make you part of the WCIA network family. It actually removes you from the family over here. You know who you are, and stay the fuck out of my chat room. Go somewhere else. Go somewhere else. We don't need you here. That's it. You're only harming your own soul. You're only harming your own self. You are only showing to your own creator who you really are. That's it. Because I don't care. But I do care to call you out on it because I love it. Do you know how much I love calling people out on it? What it does is it fills the spirit soul. It fills all these little children's spirit soul to get dirty in the sandbox, to throw sand once in a while, to smush your face in mud and smush it around just like their fucking people did to them. It gives them the opportunity to throw shit in your face. They've had enough shit thrown in their face. They've had enough sand rubbed on their body and mud shoved in their head. That's all you're doing is giving them the opportunity. Basically to tell you go fuck yourself. That's it. That's it. You know who you are. La la la. La 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 la. Okay. Back to reality. So, these faces are the same. So what has happened is I sent all this into the law enforcement, and I showed them the face that I've been showing, and I sent in where it came from, and they could do what they want with it. Because all I know is the area around the mouth. This is where the kids know what's what. They usually have masks on, right? This area here, and the eyeballs is what they know of. That's about it. That's about it. And every face that I'm showing you of the one that has the channel, I'm using the same photo. I haven't changed the one with the tattoo. I have placed next to the one with the tattoo the same lady that is in all my videos. That's it. That's what I'm doing. And I am not saying at all to this lady, whoever you are, that it's you. So understand this has nothing to do with you. But do understand that your channel is being used for horrific information. And I suggest you send it in to the FBI. Because you get nothing against me. You have something on your hands that has been used. It's your channel is being used as a deep fake to show horrific sacrifices. I have thousands of photos. Thousands. I don't just have 100 pages. I have thousands. And everything matches. All the way down to the smallest of detail. Oh yeah, long gone. You've seen her before in my videos. You've seen her in all these videos. See how the face has changed a bit to the right-hand side? That still is this person. So what I'm saying is this person switches also, right? But what really stays consistent is the nose, the lips, and the eyes. You could put in the faces that Molly Golightly shows. It's the same thing. But all of these faces that I'm putting in here come from the information and details that I show. You see this? Everything that this channel shows are pieces of the sacrifice. So if you were to look, see, now you know that there's someone else's face with this. If you were to look at this and see the face under her face, look at the elements that are on her, right there on her shoulder. What is on her shoulder is exactly the element that no one cared to look at that was on Kylie Rodney. No one cared to look that she had this thing on her shoulder. You know that no one cared to look. But yet, it was so obvious. So obvious. You're probably all like, what are you talking about? This. Look what's on her shoulder here is the same thing that's on Kylie Rodney's shoulder. You guys, it's a big ass fucking something. I mean, does this look normal? What's on her is the same thing that's on this lady. It's got the V, it's got the white. It's the same thing that's on Kylie Rodney. Kylie's photos are filled with elements of Summer Moon Wells' missing children. She is in a room. She has on this leotard that Ethan Chapman had on. Look. See that? Do you think these things on their shoulders are normal? How about the green, the white, the red, number 5 boxes behind her? How about what's on her neck? Nope. No one wants to look at it. They much rather not talk about it. Let's not talk about the elements that are on every goddamn picture of Kylie. Let's just forget Kylie ever was sacrificed. Let's just forget about her. Let's just forget that Adventures with Purpose has a fucking problem and no one's talking about it. And that Adventures with Purpose shows all this shit coming out of the water and in the water, out of the water, in the drain, out of the drain, in the tunnel, out of the tunnel, under, in, blah, 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 blah. No one's talking about it. This is Kylie Rodney. It's Kylie Rodney that we know of. And this here shows the same information. This lady is where I got all these photos from. She has many, 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 many videos. The videos show the Summer Moon Wells missing children. The one to the left just shows them hanging from the tree. The one to the right, she's in the water. This comes from this story that I told you is a sacrifice. This story, this video, all of this information comes from her videos. Hers. Now, I've shown this dozens of times. This is the full out after everything is done. It's in the water, out of the water. This is what I said, that a group like Adventures with Purpose, like, you know, that does what they do, goes in there and gets the trophies and it all looks the same. These are her videos. this is the person connected to all the boxes, in their box, all tightly packed, ready to go into the goddamn fire. And what I'm doing in telling the authorities is it's all the same woman. This is all the same, from the same channel. So imagine that these are the elements that I get from all the other channels. These are the elements. These are the elements that I get from all the channels. In the back, you have the blue, you have the boxes here. These are the boxes I showed you on Fred Hill's property with the buggy that they're sitting in. That person is sitting in a buggy on wheels, and those are the boxes. You have the blue, the maroon, the green, the white. Blue, maroon, green. The white one is, here's the head. This is the stick that goes through the head. This is the machine, the maroon machine. It's on a platform, which is a buggy that gets stuck into the car, and it's on wheels. It's just the way that they use it to move it. That's how they move this shit. There's the buggy. This is what was, you guys, I just thought about this. Those who have been with me since Magical Boardroom, this is what I showed on the Wells property. I'm like, you guys, this is showing up. And they use this in Summer Moon Wells. They use this and push it, and it goes under the car, okay? And it's got the two wheels. Remember, and I said it's slanted. This is what it is. This little buggy thing is used as the transport. And this goes, you'll see this in the water. This is what comes out of the water. This is what comes out of the water, Adventures with Purpose. That's what comes out. It's really, to me, it may, for those that have been here for a really long time, the story's getting super, super easy. It's getting very clear. Let me see if I have at least one picture. Adventures with Purpose. Oh my God, Bernadette, thank you so much for that super sticker. Thank you. It means a lot to me. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Here's Adventures with Purpose. Who showed the most information? So even though, okay, so this is an example. I tell you that this woman's channel has everything, right? But then you might be saying to yourself, then why does she go to Benny's and why does she go to Plunder and, all these other channels? It's because they also show the same information. But this lady happens to show it really clearly and in every video. Kylie Rodney's videos, let me see what I got here. So this here, let's see. Oh, yay. Okay, so this here is actually Kylie Rodney. pushing her own stuff to the water. What you see here is that's Kylie Rodney. This came from their Facebook. So this came from Kylie Rodney's Facebook. Oh my God, you guys. You guys, the picture that I got with the gun and the knife, I think is very important. See this mask? This mask is next to the bed with the rifle. Look. I just got a very, very strange feeling. Look at this. The mask around Kylie's head, that's like the mask that's right here. It's got the number 5 boxes in the eyeballs next to the gun. See that? So there's something very crazy about this. There's the knife. The pattern on this blanket. It's very familiar to me. All right, back. Okay, so this is Kylie Rodney pushing her own stuff in her basket, right? Here, see how they're transporting. These are transporting. So Kylie Rodney has all of this. This is all of this. So the machine in the front that I said is maroon here shows green here. But all these boxes and all that shit is right in here. All of it. And she has that thing on her neck. She has the mask with her. And she is headed out to her sacrifice. Everything in here. Everything. Everything is what you see here. Everything. So the information is getting tighter and tighter. It tells the story. It is giving the authorities an opportunity to really stop and look at what I'm showing. This is no joke. Her channel is what showed an eye procedure and shows the number 5 maroon box connected to the eye as it does the procedure. These come from her video. So understand that I am down to a very, very, very small handful of creators that are telling the full story. This eye thing is no different from any of the eye procedures that I have been showing. You guys, it's all the same. That's the eye procedure. This is all coming from that lady's videos. So I show an image and I say it's the eye procedure, right? Well, this is what the eye procedure looks like. It's the same thing as this fake shit on her eye that I showed you guys. That I said, that's fake. It's the same fake thing that is on this girl's eyeballs. Right there. That is the same thing. So every time I show you stuff like this, that's what it is. The eye procedure with those white things in it is what all of the children went through. Here's Michael Vaughn's. And it's in that video of mine. So even though I'm just showing you this from her video, I've been showing this over and over and over and over. And the piece of equipment that you see down here is part of the eye equipment. Because as you could see, it goes in the eye. It's in his eye socket. It's in there. It's in his eye socket. So all this takes is looking at inside the tunnel and inside the cave that is completely underground, filled with water, shows each and every element. I'm just showing you a few that I used to show a while back, and people were like, what is that? Well, these are the elements that for those that are new, that I show all the time. That little green, that little neon green face, and like I call these snowballs. Those are snowballs. That's what I call them. They're within this tunnel in which she has a complete video, and it holds all of the little critters and all the information. And there's your guy on a swing coming out of the house with the wood around him, and he's hanging. That is exactly what Summer Moon Wells looked like. That's what she looked like. Each and every one of these victims go through a process. And now they go through this process after they're completely tormented. Either they're sold for drugs, raped, whatever they are, slavery, whatever it is. The end goal and what these kids look like is the sacrifice. It's just all the under tunnel. This is their process. In order to get to this place, there's a lot of pain. There's a lot of everything that goes on, you guys. They don't just bring them to the tunnel and hang them. In order to get here, I see and understand what happens to them. That's the stuff that's very hard for me to speak about, because it's disgusting. So, as disgusting as you might think this looks, what they go through before they get here is very, very difficult to even speak about. This is called a critter. These little critters the children are aware of. This also comes from this lady's video. Oh, thank you, Linda. Welcome in. Rumple here. Linda, welcome in. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. This here also comes from this lady. So this video is nothing more than her telling her story of her family on vacation. Okay? But what's in the video is the Summer Moon Wells Missing Children story. It's nothing more than showing the elements in the story of Summer Moon. Every element that appears here is the story. I don't even have to go any further when it comes to the critters, and it's underground, and you go up these, you go, here, let me show you. Let me tell you story time. Once upon a time, there was a little boat that pulled up ever so slightly and ever so quietly. Right up to this right here is a platform. This platform is available to those of a company like Adventures of Purpose. This is what's called channeling. This platform, once off the boat, they must make it up the stairs. Them going up the stairs like this is the same video as you saw Summer Moon Wells climbing the rocks at Laurel Park. This is no more than them climbing the rocks at Laurel Park. This is no more than Summer Moon dancing in the rain. Nothing more. That stairway is the same stairway that I showed you in the Idaho 4. That stairway is what leads them up to the light and which leads them to hell. You know when that bright light always appears and I'm like, really, guys? This is a full-out sacrifice up here. That's the big green face that I showed you. This is the chair that sits at Laurel Park. Laurel Park's video is nothing more than this. They try to deep fake it. That's what they try to do. This here doesn't change. They're in their box. Their head is sticking out. They have the green face behind them. They must get themselves up that ladder. They must. Those are like godly like things up there. But they're on a railroad track. These things move. And there's your boat. See your boat up on top? The face. This is the story, you guys, of Summer Moon Wells. Everything that I've shown matches. Blows my own mind. There's the boat with a dragon face. It's just like Summer Moon was shown in the water at the water day with Hunter in the water with a face that looks like a dragon being pulled away. This is all it was. This is all it was, you guys. This is the story of Summer Moon Wells. They must get themselves up that ladder. And let me tell you something. By the time they get to this ladder, they're in no shape to get up the ladder. They're not. They're victimized, they're brutalized. They're in no shape to get up that ladder. This is what's inside the tunnel, and that's on top of the ladder. So what you see here is a vision of what that is to be. What you see here is the same thing, but a little clearer. They're up there. I've shown what you see on the bottom right-hand side many times. I showed you that this shows up in the fake cars and the lights are in there. This is what they show, and the only one who's going to know that I'm right are the guilty, right? But this is what shows in the fake cars. Look, let me show you these lights. This is what it shows in the fake cars. Those are the chairs. This is the dashboard. This is part of the equipment. And it's in her tunnel. Why the fuck would this be in a tunnel? Because it's not. This is a dashboard. This is part of what controls the equipment. But it's all here. And the children know about this. This is also from her video. What you see to the right, you guys, are just, those are buckets. Those are boxes. You know, I'm not going to show the video of them, you know, trying to get in or out of the water, but these are 2 kids at a time, like in these buckets. And it's all in her videos. So now that I've expressed to you that everything that I have shown you thus far as elements go, if I ever need to go further, I use this lady's videos to find the best pictures. Now, it's got nothing to do with her. I would love for her to get a hold of the FBI. I think it would be great if she were to let someone know, but that's not my purpose. That's not what I'm here for, right? I'm not here to chase after channels that have information. I'm here to show you the information on the channels and hope that they do something with it. See the smaller picture? She has that thing on her eye. This is who I watch. And I watch ever so closely. Ever so closely. So the channels that put these elements and try to deep fake the story, you're done. You're done, because my purpose here is to show you what's behind your deep fake. I sent this in this afternoon to TBI. The picture here that we have of Summer is very different from the picture we have of Summer in the car. This, spiritually, I'm telling you, is a different child. This is not the Summer that we have a photo of. This child in here is not the same face. And I said that to the TBI, so I don't know what they're going to do with it, but I did what I needed to do. Because both Jody Sue and definitely Don look different, but it's that little face in the middle of Summer that is not the same. This was really, really important for me to point out today. This child's much younger. Much younger. This child is not the same face as the child that we have in the car. They're different kids, you guys. The picture that you see to the left, there are no milk jugs. It's not even in the car. We don't have photos of Summer in this jacket other than her laying on milk jugs. Whoever put this photo out there, do you understand that no one has this photo? This photo doesn't exist in the outside world. Summer Moon in this photo does not match the photos that we have. She has that thing on her head. She is not on milk jugs. This little child has full cheeks. And she's in a completely different circumstance than what we have. The maroon box and the jug is behind her head. So let me show you what's the same. This section here, top of her head, is this section. Wait. This section on top of her head is the same as this. So there are parts of this photo that match what we have, but it's not the same. Yeah, the jacket's the same. The faces are different. Let me put the faces closer so you guys see. The Summer Moon that we know of has a longer, thinner face. This baby is a baby. The baby is a baby. Summer Moon isn't a baby. The picture to the left is a baby. I know what a baby's face looks like. I could feel the difference, you guys. That's what I do. I work with children. I work with the spirit of children. If I know anything to be true, it's this. This is a baby. That's a baby. I know my babies. This is Summer Moon. She's not a baby here. These are different children. Do you guys remember that we had one video that had one eye open of her in the car? It's because it was a different child. I told you Summer Moon did not go by herself. Did not go by herself. The jacket's very easy to superimpose because the only thing they change are the heads. They're not changing the jackets. That's what they put on the bodies. It's the same. These are different children. So what I am saying spiritually is the child that's to the left, we see you and we give you justice. We know you exist somewhere in the universe. That child exists somewhere in the universe. And that is a different Summer Moon Wells missing child. That is not the same. Not the same. So this is how I give justice to the children. This is how it's done. By looking at this child and acknowledging that this is a baby that no one is giving justice to. If the authorities want to own it or not, I don't give a shit. I gave it to them. I did my job. I am telling, spirit-wise, we see it. We know that you're not alone as one Summer. You were with a lot of Summers. This is what Don Wells looks like in that photo. It's very weird. It's very weird. And this is Jody Sue Brown. Now, what's interesting to me, is that these three are together. This here. There's something about this, that has a reason for it. This doesn't even feel like it's Don Wells, to tell you the truth. Let me brighten this up. This actual photo doesn't look like doesn't feel like the Don Wells that we know. That face feels more that face feels more like this face than Don. Like the energy. It just doesn't feel. What I'm feeling right now is okay, here it comes. Here comes the channeling. This is part of the story that no one knows about. Here comes the true channeling. This here is the part of the story that's missing. What you're looking at here is the little nugget that needs to be found. This is telling a story. I just don't feel like it's Don Wells. I feel like I don't feel Don Wells in that picture at all. I do feel it's Jody Sue Brown as we know her. And this holds a story of very, 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 very deep information. This is very deep, very dark, and dangerous to those who play this game. Whoever plays this game that this photo represents is in a very, very dark world. You can't step in it, you guys. It's a world that you just don't stumble upon. You can't, to get into this kind of a world, you just don't walk into it. You're born into it. Like there's an unspoken tie between them. So if they looked at each other, you know. So if they just looked at each other, if you're in this, you know what that means. You just know, you know what it is. This is a very powerful photo. And there's a baby. There's a baby. Is there a baby between them too? Was Summer Moon Wells with a baby that was between them too? Like two babies? I'm getting a feeling. I'm getting a feeling that that this baby has something to do with 4 people. There are 4 people involved. 2 of them know the other half of the story. Something went wrong, you guys. Something really, really went wrong. Something went wrong. Extremely powerful photo. This is a baby between someone else. It's not Candace's. Jody Sue Brown is about to have the machine on her head that I show you all the time. That machine is what I've been showing you guys is in the video. So what this is going to tell me is that the woman on the right is in charge. She's in charge. Whoever this girl is holds this. She holds the power. That matches. This here is supposed to be Ryan Upchurch's mom. So for all we know, these are the same people. But I know from my elements, when I see, let me crop it in. When I see this part of the machine, this is very powerful part of the machine. This. This comes from Ryan Upchurch's mom's picture that I have in the other photos from here. Ryan Upchurch's mom is just loaded in very powerful information like this, meaning powerful elements. This here is showing up on Jody Sue's head, right? All I know is there's a woman in charge, not a man. There's a female in charge. This machine that was on Ryan Upchurch's mom is this machine that is on her head. When you know your elements, you know what you're looking for. I just got my truth sign, my left leg. It gets either hot or it itches or something, or I get an itch on my left side. This is the woman that's in charge, period. Her. This woman in charge was in charge of this little baby, not Summer, of the baby. The baby. She's in charge of the babies. The babies. She's in charge of the babies. She runs the baby side, the babies. I need to show you guys the importance of you recognizing and understanding and accepting the fact that this is not Summer on the right-hand side. That's a teenager. And that's a baby. Between the teenager, the baby, and this, I have to switch rooms again. These are three different girls. And they're together. These guys are all together. Hold tight, you guys. Hold on. Switching rooms. I always have to switch rooms when my husband comes up. Come here, Loki. Come. Bring Loki to someone. So here you could see that the baby, Summer, and then you have this adult child that has this fake tooth coming out of her mouth. This adult child was in photos. No one wanted to look at her as an adult child. Here it is, not cropped. That's not the Summer we know. It's not the Summer we know at all. Her lips are teenager's face. And then they tried to put these fake teeth in there. See? That's fake. That's an older person. So these are the things that are important to notice because these kids are not alone. This is again another child that just does not have justice. That's not Summer. That's a baby. Like, it's just blows my mind that this has been accepted. And those are the pajamas that I said that matches all of the same pattern. It's all the same pattern. It's the same. These are the children when I say bringing justice to the summer moon while's missing children. My intuition tells me this is the Julia or one of the girls that have been with the babies that stayed with Summer, and she's just the older one of the group. This here is explaining the part of the story, you guys. These are the critters. She doesn't really have that big, huge spider on her head. Maybe she does. This was one of my very, very first spiritual experiences 2 years ago with the green grasshopper. When I said I saw this big, huge green grasshopper on my wall, and it was neon. It was real thin. It was like neon green. Now it all makes sense. I'm like, oh my God, you guys, I saw a neon, huge green grasshopper, and that's why I thought it was over at Grasshopper Lake in Tennessee. And then it disappeared, but it wasn't. It was like neon green strings it was made of. But why is this acceptable? It shouldn't be. I'm bringing this back because I'm going to talk about the knife that's in here. The gun's in here, a rifle, the mask, a desk, a very familiar blanket, and it's the knife on the bed that I'm going to talk about. Here's my reading on this, you guys. I'm bringing this back because I haven't been able to really discuss it much. This is someone we know. So I'm saying that this is my channeling. Whoever's behind this mask, we know this person. We've been introduced to this person through the summer moon while's missing children. We know who's behind this mask, you guys. I'm telling you that. Someone who plays it really cool, really low-keyed, has a channel, and we know this person. You know who's behind this mask, you guys. You know. The authorities could get on this really easily if they wanted to. This photo here is so, like, oh man, I wish, I'm not saying, I wish I had the ability with a gun, with a badge, to go do what needs to be done. I would question these people so easily and they would break because they're so weak. And they're dumb. Like, they would answer the questions in a way they didn't even know that they just showed their guilt. See, see how I showed it before the other way? How the clown, see now the clown face is the victim. And that's the predator. The mask on his face. Here, right here, the victim. This is the clown face. This is the top of the torso. And that's the maroon box. This gets placed in the water. See, it looks like they have a diver's suit on. It is so obvious. The knife goes back to the same people. These are all the same people, you guys. These are all the same people. Okay? These masks, even though they may have different noses, they all have the same base. They all have the same base. The people behind these masks can be found. They could be found. This knife and all of these knives are in the cases. The fisherman, that knife is being held by a little boy. The one in the middle comes from all of the same videos of knives I'm going to show you right now. I'm going to show you all of the knives and the critters and all that, how they were created years ago, and they're all used today. I had a video I showed you guys. It said the very first video, the very first, not video, the very first game, the very first time they were playing the game. And they're in this room, and this is what's flicking out of their hand. And I said over a year ago, those are the elements. And I didn't really have a good way of telling you outside of my own reading. Now that let me spread my cards out here. The opposite, wrong way. Now that we're over 2 years into this, you could see the elements still match. Whoever is doing this with these knives are showing all the small little pieces that they use as critters. For example, you've seen this on a keychain. I've shown you this on Benny Key's keychain many times. It's the green, the maroon, the white. They're the fives lined up, and the maroon head is on top. This is like what Kylie Rodney was standing on by the beach. It's the critters. That right there on the right-hand side is the rake. Right? And then there's something that wraps around the finger. I think it cuts the finger. But these are the kind of knives that are used within these cases. They just don't cut, they slice. Real thinly sliced. It's like, imagine, not to be disgusting, you have, let me see the card I just pulled. Imagine you're cutting a flank steak and you want the thinnest pieces. Wait. Interesting. That's what they're doing. They're cutting thin, very thin pieces of skin with the finest, sharpest tool made. That's what they're doing. That's what they're doing. Here are closer photos of the knife that is used. I believe that you're actually looking at the information that is real and is used. Because where I got this video is exactly where I get many of my videos, like I said. So what gives it away, and I'm going to show you guys, one of the things that these people do that are the guilty is they put these pink thumbnails in. Like, it could be a man in here, and it's not, none of these hands should have a pink nail because it's a guy in here. And then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, you have a pink thumb. It's in all the cases. And it's in here. Because it's in here because it's showing you the elements. What you see in front of you are the sticks that are used. It's the kind of stick that I showed you was in Ethan Chapman's, I don't know if it's Chapman or Chapman's car. These sticks are used. This has the number 5 on the tip, as all of the sticks do. Right there's the number 5 on this top. Let me make it smaller or bigger. Here. So on the tip of this is your number 5, which is always there, right there. And then what is cropped out here is the part of equipment I just showed you that was on Jody Sue. Because it's a small piece, but it's there on the other side of this knife. And that's just a little white box. It's representative of a little white box with a head inside. Obviously, it's not a head. These are little critters, right? But we see these all the time. And they all have the same information. See how the 5s are there? And there you have there in the middle. Just imagine what you're looking at. Those are part of the fake car, right? So all these pieces play a part in the fake car. They have to play a part in the fake car because the fake car is the location. It's where shit happens. So I could copy and paste these pieces at any given time and stick them in Benny's car. See, like this. This is what's in the windows because they're fake, right? Here, are your number 5s stacked up, which are in the cars. Right there. There's your maroon. They're just all lined up here. And this is what goes in the car. Let me show you. As I'm talking, I'm looking to see. I think I have. Oh, I took it out of this one. Don B's, I took it out. I want to show you an example, so 1 minute. Let me show you an example how this matches perfectly. It was in my July 6th. Let me see something. Because this shows you when I'm like, oh my God, that is so not the car. No car has all of those layers to it. And they have the same information. So let me just grab this real fast. Let's see. Trying to find one that's good. Well, I could grab even the Idaho 5 from Molly's, or not Molly's, Bullhorn Betty. Like this will at least even show you when I say there's number 5s in the car. So here, I mean, this stuff shouldn't be in a car by her name. So this is supposed to be the window, right? Well, it isn't, right? It's the same thing as these. It just doesn't add up. The car, you will never see a car that is actually a car because they're fake. They're not real. And this here's another one of Bullhorn Betty's that has this stuff. It's supposed to be the car. Is the maroon, the green, the white. Here, let me point it out so, because I know it's frustrating to those who don't know what I'm talking about. Wait. Okay. I'm going to point it out. It's got layers. This is the maroon box with the thing. This is a person's head. This is green. This is the green number 5, maroon number 5. This is a red number. This is the red box. This is a white one. The head's on the white one. This is the head. This is the torso. This is in Bullhorn Betty's car. These are boxes with the white thing that wind up in Summer's car. All that's behind Summer is the same maroon box with the white thing sticking out of the box. That's it. This is no different. And Summer is laying on her box, her white box, which they want you to think it's white milk jugs, right? So if I were to flip this, you could see it better. So here, that lady's laying on the number 5 boxes, and they want you to think that Summer's laying on milk jugs. It's the only difference. Same story, same information. Right? And this is a close-up, a very, very, very good close-up of the machine that goes on the eye. This is it. This is somewhere underground that's accessible. And if the authorities wanted to find it, they could. And this is used as a fake car. This is the fake car uses the stuff. That's the machine on his eye. It's this, what you see here is the machine on his eye. What you see here is no different. You get the boy's face, than what you see here. Here, I'll do this one. That's it. That's the machine. This is no different than what you see there. And what goes in his eye is no different than what you see here. These are all the same. These, here, I'll put it over here. These are all the same. Same equipment. That is that. What you see this guy going through is the eyeball process. It's what it is. This is part of their story. Let me brighten this up. This is the guy that I showed you guys was in the RV as the clown. This is the same guy that's the clown in the RV. Okay? All those pictures that you just saw are from the same video, the clown. So it's not like I grab all different pictures from all different stations. I don't. This is one video. Same thing that I got all of my photos from comes from here. This is the guy that I showed you had the green mask on his face. Him. This is just the same photo I showed you earlier, but that's Kylie Rodney. This is another photo of her being pulled on her cart. That's her. And I'm recognizing her as her. I'm recognizing that this is after a sacrifice has been completed. They're in the process of a part of what's happening. And this is Kylie Rodney. And what she's holding here on her body is called a trophy. This is Kylie's face in the green. They had to use a green bathing suit. And that's a trophy connected to her chest. Okay? See the green face? So you've got Kylie, and then you have a green mask under the red eyes. And then you have the trophies that everybody keeps. These are the part of the trophies that they go look for. Here's the green face. This is a major piece. This is her red face, and this is the head. She's connected to the machinery, you guys. What you see here, what she's holding, and I'm going to call this because I just put this together. I didn't realize. What you see there is the trophy that Sammy has. Right there. Sammy is holding that trophy. They both have a little dog face. Let me show you. That's what she's holding here. She's holding this trophy right there. Now, these trophies are what an Adventures with Purpose goes and gets out of the water. You see, it's all a process. Look at how clear the stuff on her neck is in this photo. See the head on her neck? It's right in her neck. It's like a little maroon head. That is basically all this shit that you see here. It's just in a different part of the story. That's all. That on her neck. That on her neck is this. Red, here, white on her face, maroon, green, red. Here's the white one. These are all the trophies. And they're all over here because they stay with the victims, you see. What you see here is what you see here. It's representing the same thing. Representing the same thing. It's the same thing. This here comes from American Dreamcatcher Chaser, something like that. And this is a very, very telling portrait. I've never seen it before. It was on an interview on American Dream Chaser or Catcher. I don't even know what it's called. But whatever is on Kylie Rodney's neck is who we call Sammy is holding in her hand. It's like a portrait. Because this is telling the story. She's telling the story as she has the trophies. Like, I have them. You're safe now. You're home now. It's a very, very telling photo. See, look at who we call Sammy's chest. And then Kylie's shoulder. Ignore whoever that is in the middle. She's got nothing to do with this. And also notice Kylie's eye is bloody. This is another photo that they have, and this is telling me that Kylie was not alone, and it's telling you the story. They show her walking on the sand by the water, but if you flip it around, it's not her. Because when you flip it, the person that is reflecting under her doesn't have white pants on and doesn't have that thing around their waist or a white jacket with a heart. It's the same flannel. Like I've never seen this before. I don't think anyone has. That's why I said I think these are new images. This is telling you that she was sacrificed. This is telling you it's the same people as Summer Moon. That's what it's telling me. It's showing the information. It's telling us the information. You do not have to be a clairvoyant to look at this and know that that's not Kylie walking on the beach. It doesn't match. This is someone else. This is not Kylie. But this is how they have her, walking and reflecting as that person. How's that possible? It's not possible. Look what's in her hand. Look at her hand. Look what's on her legs. Look what's on her foot. She's got the white mesh on her. The white stick with the heart. But this is the most obvious, because this isn't her. It's a joke. It's a joke. It's a joke that no one's looking at these and paying attention. This is where the story is. They're telling the story beneath the story that no one wants to listen to. That is not Kylie in the reflection. It's like, I'm not quite sure. Hey, if I could show chopped up dead kids and no one talks about it, trust me, no one's going to talk about this either. But it's right there. And that's a photo. I think it's American Dream Chaser. I'm not sure, actually. I have no idea. That's nuts. You guys, what I'm going to show you here is mind-blowing. This is going to be mind-blowing. This guy is the same guy. This guy, okay, I'm staying with the same person. So you have to understand that who you see here comes from the same videos as this, okay? Same. This person here, this, you guys, is the most important thing to pay attention to. What he has in his hand. Remember I said they all have those lights? Matches identically to the photo from the guy in the Idaho 4 video. It's the same thing. The guy in the Idaho 4 video and the guy in this thing shows the same piece of equipment in their hand. It's the same piece of equipment. Now, this, with that string in there, is the same piece of equipment. This is called the equipment, right? This is the equipment that I keep showing. I keep showing the same thing. The maroon box. The maroon box with the string is what they show in the fake car, in the windows, on the faces, on Kylie, and now it's here. These are the same. They're holding them the same. This connects it together. This is the same guy from where I got the knife information. It's the same. What you see in allegedly Ryan Upchurch's mom in this video, she shows the equipment holding the same information as the ones I've been showing you. That's the white stuff, you guys. See that white stuff that's on her? For those who don't know, like I just said, oh, Kylie has that white stuff on her legs. That is on every victim. It's in every case. I call it mesh with red hearts. That's what's found on the victims. It's found at the victims' places. And it's part of their story. Ryan Upchurch's this video shows the elements also in his TV, just like Bullhorn Betty and Molly. Now I'm just showing you like one maybe or two I have from his videos because I'm not interested in him and showing his stuff only once in a while because I have a lot of his stuff actually in here, and it really all comes from his construction days. The construction days to me and the cars were the most important. But this is what goes in the fake car. This is the seat, the maroon, the green, the white. And it's in Ryan Upchurch's TV. Again, what his mom is holding is nothing more than what I showed you Jody Sue was holding by her face. This. And then, of course, that's the number 5 box. But this, that's the golden nugget. That's the golden nugget to everything. Right? That's this. The maroon box with the string. That's that. Right there. It's a golden nugget. But Ryan Upchurch, that is, this you could call the chair, you could call it the buggy, you could call it the slider. This is huge. So both of them, is, you know, it's funny. I would never have looked their way if they never started fighting. It's funny how things work. As soon as I've learned about YouTube, it's the chaos and the craziness. If they start to show chaos and craziness, they're trying to get a message across. Not to us, just a message across. And as soon as I knew when they were fighting, I'm like, oh my God, they're so not fighting. And these are the elements. Going back to Robert Vaughn, who made all this equipment, I went back just to show you, when I say critters, how the critters were made in the beginning. They're just little teeny things that I know just represent the story. That's all. And they show up in the strangest places. But they are symbolic. So Robert Vaughn actually has them throughout his videos. And this is an example. And it's a really good example. I mean, he just has them hanging there. Okay, this is the same guy that I've been talking about. This is the same guy. I showed this photo once before. He's looking down into a hole in the ground. This is a hole in the ground. It's pretty disgusting. And this is what happens. This is important part. This is him. Now, I'm not saying he did this. I'm not saying he has these holes in his RV or on the ground or under his RV. I'm showing you the information that is being shown to me through my third eye. And it's saying this is what it looks like. So if the law enforcement ever gets in a situation where they see a window that's like a plexiglass window and it looks like this with the frame around it, you need to open it up and go behind the wall. You need to go behind the walls. You need to bust it open. It's behind these one-way mirrors, these one-way walls, these rooms. You don't just walk into a house and find it. It's like those houses that people went to go look for the children and they never found them, but 20 years later, someone decided to look under the stairway and there they were. It's same with this. It's showing all the boxes and the information behind here. It's those boxes are behind here. Hear my dog crying for me? They're right behind him. Oh my God, let me see which one of my dogs is crying. This is so sad. Wait. Oh my God. Come here. Oh, come here, little guy. I know, Lucy's so happy. Okay, okay. Oh, wait 1 second. Okay. Oh my God. Come here. Yes, it's okay. Say hi to everybody. Woo. Okay. You want to go out now? Okay. Just want to say hi. I know. So look in his window and really notice the equipment. That's what they're showing back there. It doesn't change colors. It doesn't change shape. The walls are what? Right here. This is the same thing that I showed you in that guy's house. These are layered. Little critters. These are layered. See the door behind the wall? See that window? That's a hidden door. That little hidden door is a maroon door. It's not easy to find. All they need to do is look for it. Is go look for it. Don't just walk away. These little doors could be found. Right? This is really important. Let me see. This guy, these guys all look the same. And the guy right in there is the one that looks familiar in my eye. Now, let me see if I have a photo. How I know these people is the guy to the left, the picture to the left is from Grandis Hare's family reunion. I've shown this before. Family reunion. The one to the left then shows up at Appalachian Fairground. I don't know how I found it. But when you look at that photo of him at the Appalachian Fairground, you get this guy sitting in the bleachers. I think these guys all look the same. I feel like these are all the same. I mean, you're not going to be able to see it because of what he has on, but that's why I put this together. But this goes back to Grandis Hare. For those who don't know who it is, it's Grandis Hare is Candace Bly-Wells's mother, who now has a missing granddaughter and a daughter. This goes back to her reunions. And I marked this down as her showing a sacrifice, her showing information. And the people pop up. And the people to me seem familiar. Especially with this presentation. This here came from I don't know who's one of the videos I think that went over they obviously were going over Summer Moon Wells, or they may have been going over Arden Pepion. I believe that this is telling a massive truth, and it's giving information on where to find this. I think it gives location. Now, are you going to go walk over to this fence and look down and there it is, the machine? No. No. But why they do it like this is they're showing what's beneath the earth. They're showing those who need to know. This is how this picture came. That's a fence that is by open land. And that is the number one part of the equipment. The number one part of the equipment. A fence has always surrounded one of these things. Always. So my hope is that this is used to go find the children. This is what you're going to find. But you're not going to find this until you start digging through the fence. You won't. That is way beneath that corner. There's a corner of the fence, like the corners. Here. These are the corners. Oh, where the corners meet. Oh, right here. So here's the fence. There's something around, there's something in here that gives access. Something in here. They would be able to find something in here to give the access, you guys. That's the machine. And that machine never changes. This machine, same machine that was found in Bullhorn Betty's video of Ethan Chapman, that's the machine. See that? Ethan Chapman's video shows him sitting in this machine. So when these elements keep repeating, and they're stupid ass elements, right? They're like really difficult to even be like, are you fucking kidding me? There's no fucking way. But there is a fucking way, because I have hundreds of them. Like, I have hundreds of the same goddamn photo of this stupid machine. So if I have a lot of them, and I call them elements that keep repeating, anyone good in law enforcement would be like, oh, she's got the elements. I think we should go take a look. You think? I think we should go look at what she's talking about, because Jesus, she has lots of those elements. I don't care how dumb they look. Who cares? Doesn't matter. If you look like Bozo the Circus Clown, doesn't matter. These repeat in every case. Every case. Tonight I'm drinking Diet Coke from McDonald's, which is the best. Oh, that's my drug of choice. I'm done with all the sugar candies. So now I drink coffee, Starbucks, or this McDonald's. So good. So this was what Bullhorn Betty had in her car with, oh my God, newsflash, we have a new video, new footage, never seen before. Ethan getting pulled over. Okay, it wasn't, and it was a lie. This is what it showed. That's what it showed, guys. That is called the equipment. Yep. That is the same equipment that I told you Sammy was showing outside her window. This equipment outside her window is the same equipment that I'm showing you here in Don Wells's house. This is the same, never changed. So way back in the beginning of Kylie Rodney's, I'm like, Sammy is showing the story during her interview with American Dream Chaser, whatever it is, Catcher. I don't even know what it is. I said she's telling the whole story. And the two of them were telling the story. Because whatever's in this window kept changing. It was what was under her steering wheel, not above. That stayed the same. That is the machine. That there shows up all the time. What's under her wheel, you guys, during the whole video, it shows everything moving. Like it shows shit. Like it's so bizarre. I'm like, okay, everything's moving. But they're flaunting it, guys. They are flaunting it. They're like, oh my God, no one's going to care. This is just the machine. And they're all so stupid. But I'm here to call it out there. There it is. Voila. Here. The same. This happens to be, and I'm bringing this up again because you're going to keep seeing this over and over. I'm going to keep showing this because these are fabulous presentation photos. The one to the right is what Molly Golightly and Bullhorn Betty were showing on their TV because they showed the whole sacrifice on their TV that night. And the one to the left is from Laura Lake from Candace Wells's Facebook page, which you guys, that shit's down. It's gone. But this was from day one, right? So here is perfect picture, right? And then you just got Summer just sitting here next to her, right next to her box. This is what they're sitting in. That, let me just explain to you. I'll just bring a couple things together here for you. That is, where's the buggy? That is, looking for the buggy. That is the same. Oh, I didn't have it in here. I cropped it. Oh, I do. Wait. That buggy No, here I just have Kylie. That buggy here is the same kind of a buggy Kylie was sitting in. See, it's at the back of it. Because the process that they're in, where the story is being told, changes, but the equipment doesn't. Like, this equipment doesn't change. This tells all the same story. And these little buggies, and I'm repeating it another time, so you understand that this is a massive part of their journey. This is the placement of the pieces that go into the ground for the resurrection. That's what this is. And the pieces I'm showing you tonight, this is what they do. This is what it's made for. For this. And a real good example of one of these little buggies that they're ready to put into the ground, just like they did probably behind the Sigma Chi house, is what these boys showed at the party. They showed it. They showed the buggy. Summer Moon Wells's was in the car with her. Summer Moon's was in the back seat of the car while, she's in the car. They were probably picking up the equipment. Right? But this here is what it looks like. Yeah, those are the blueprints. And it's made by a guy named Robert Vaughn. And these, they're not hiding anything. They just probably don't think anyone's going to look at it and understand what it is. Well, I'm here. My purpose in my life here is to put it together in a story so people know what it is. So when they see stuff like this, they could say, aha, I see it. This is what it is. This was really, really obvious. So if you look at all these pieces, what that's telling you is, I mean, even those are big, little, they're all different. I don't get the size thing. See that little head sticking out? It's just like something like this. That's it. Like, it's those little heads sticking out. All bundled up in that. That's what those are. See? That's Summer Moon's box. Summer Moon is with her box in Molly Golightly's TV, who is with Bullhorn Betty. But they're not going to talk about it. Instead, she ran away. Ran away like a coward. Closed her channel because the heat got too hot in the kitchen. She left because she's weak and she can't face anybody. She is not who you think she is. She had no purpose. No purpose other than this. And now she's not going to come back because she doesn't have the tools to present herself. She doesn't have the tools to know how to come back. Obviously, this is all allegedly. Here. Here's the number 5. See the number 5 popping up? It's being drawn. But this is Summer Moon. And this is what the houses look like. And Molly Golightly told the story very well. And thank you very much for that. But I know that you can't come back. I know you can't come back. The Molly Golightly that I loved and adored cannot come back. The Molly Golightly that I'm talking about this way is not the Molly Golightly that I know, if that makes sense. They're different. These are what these rooms kind of look like that are hidden. This is one of the photos that Arden Papillon's mom, Arbania, gave me. And this is part of the process. This is how they figure this stuff out. These are the critters. These are the photos. These are part of the machinery. That's like part of the knife. These are from Benny Keys. Benny always would show in the phone amazing information. That's from Benny. You see the machine in his phone. It's crazy that he could show that and no one thinks it's real. I mean, it's more than real. It's right there. The number 5 is exactly shaped that way. That's what it is. There's no other way of doing it. If it was done a different way, then it wouldn't be the element. Then it wouldn't be considered part of the element. Right? Those number 5s are the same thing that shows up in these knives. Same thing. The girl to the left, this is from Ryan Upchurch's construction. What's on her back is what's on Summer Moon's back. Let me see if I have a slip and slide. I have a big backup drive that has like all of the photos, but so not all my photos are on here. So let me see if I can find the slip and slide. Might not be downloaded. Let me put slide. I'm going to look, see if it's in here. So many. Oh, maybe I have it on downloads. Wait. Wait a minute. Wow, this stuff is... Oh, here's the water tunnel. Really have a lot of stuff. Maybe I have it under download. Let me see. Oh, here's the other part of that lady's water tunnel that I have of her. Wait, download. Download. My goodness, there's just so many. Downloads. Oh my God, there's thousands. Okay, I'll put that away. So this lady also has an incredible video of, it's a water tunnel, and I think it's probably out of the country. This is the video that I said, oh my God, she looks just like, I don't know, I think it was the Moscow, someone from the Moscow Police Department. I want to see if it's in here. But this here, I'm going to show you a couple things, is from the same lady. This here shows under a tunnel. And I think it's showing under a tunnel that has information. So I like to put stuff like this out here, so it really for the authorities. That's what it's, you know, stuff like that where it gives quite solid photos, and not like blurry-ish photos. This here is the Moscow, I think it's Moscow, or maybe this was from Kylie Rodney. Which police department? This is who she looks like to me. The one in the big blue picture is the lady we're following. But the photo on the bottom left is either from Kylie Rodney's or Moscow. I think it's Kylie Rodney's. They look exactly the same. Do you guys remember which police department she was from? So that's why she might look familiar. I think this is the one who was in charge of Kylie Rodney's. These two are the same girls. They're in the same person from the videos I've been showing you. But I found an extreme similarity between these. Now, that doesn't mean anything. What I'm saying is I think the person looks like her. Oh, Shannon Moon. Okay, from Truckee. They have a very, very similar looks. Now, does that mean anything? No, other than that I am saying that whoever is behind this looks like that. Okay, I'm not saying, oh my God, the police are, you know, that's her. No. It's not what I'm doing. Anyways, these here are the same things on their back. That's Summer Moon on the right-hand side. And I did go over this before. This is what was in Don B's chart. And this is a good close-up of the number 5 box. Because this number 5 box, like I said before, is what travels. This box travels. The car, the water, travels. And that's the same box that was created by Robert Vaughn years ago. And I showed this before. I don't know why I still have it in here. But this is showing you that Kylie Rodney's head is coming out of the box. It's going to give you slightly more information than it did the first time. Change the color. This is going to show you that Kylie was placed in one of these number 5 boxes, just like Summer Moon Wells. Her head is coming out of the top. Get rid of that. Crop. Okay, here we go. Sometimes when you get rid of a little bit of the noise behind it. So this is Kylie Rodney. She's no different than any of the victims that I've been showing you whose head is stuck in a box. She's no different than what they're portraying in this photo of Summer. They're portraying this, that Summer's head and her body and all, this is all the same. It's telling the same story. Summer is in the same situation as Kylie. This is the same. This is the same. That's Kylie. It's Kylie. I went over this. Look at how obvious that thing is on her shoulder. I mean, that's ridiculous that no one talks about this stuff. So these are the same. I showed it the other day. Check It TV had great videos. And these are Summer Moon Wells's boxes. I must have kept this in here because I went over all this already. Let me see. Oh, I'll show you a couple things from here. These are really the most important things to recognize in all of the other cases, are these boxes. They've been with us, with Summer, since day number 1 of the very first photos, the very first videos that they introduced Summer with. And these are them. And they don't change. They don't change, you guys. You know, you'll see that a lot of my format, the formats that I'm going by, I'm trying to spend some time making sense of all my readings, making sense of these elements, making sense of how to recognize it, how to see it yourselves, how to understand what this is so it could help bring justice. You know, where do your eyeballs go look? What do you want to notice? It's really important to look for these elements. You know, they're there. Here's Kylie, right? They always have the number 5 box on them. See that number 5 on her shoulder? That actually is a good one to show you how it matches Benny's. That's a good one. That is exactly what this is. Let me brighten Benny's up. So these number 5, like what's on her shoulder, is the same as this. This is the same. Let me brighten this one a little. Wait, what page is this? Oh, okay. So, let me brighten it. Maybe contrast, no. Okay. So look at her shoulders. You want to notice and look at one element at a time, right? This is what's on Kylie Rodney's shoulder. Shouldn't be there. This is what this is. It's the same thing. It's exactly the same machine. So when I say this is on Benny Keys' phone and now it's on Kylie Rodney's neck, there's a problem. Here, as I just changed the color, she has the same heart on her head as Summer Moon. Right on her ear, white heart, a red heart with the white. It's exactly what Summer Moon had. So, depending on whose version you see, depends on how much information is shown. Not everyone's version gives all the information, right? And what I'm saying is there are certain channels that give the information. They give it. Plunder gives great information. It's got nothing to do with her, but Plunder gives great information. Like this is Plunder. This is from Plunder here. There's Kylie. It's Plunder. It's a blonde-haired girl in the floor coming out of the ground. And when I saw that, I'm like, doesn't anyone notice that these girls are in the back of the party and they're basically sacrificed and no one said anything right here? This is at the party. That is basically them. That's the same person. She has the same elements. It's one of the girls that was sacrificed. So here she's at the party and now she's in the ground with the V on her neck. The only thing that's different is now she has a thing on her head. It's all the same. No one's looking. This is from the party. This is from the Idaho 4 Police Department that I showed you that ridiculous video. Look at the background is even the same. The back of the ground, it's all the same. This is not the party. This is this. The Idaho 4 Police Department had what's to the right. To the left is from the Idaho 4 party. Do the people sitting against the wall look normal? Does that look like what your friend would look like at a party? I don't think so. It's the same picture. It's just deep fake differently. This here is the same. No different. Look at Kylie Rodney. The heart. Michael Vaughn had all those hearts on him too. Michael Vaughn had all of those. I showed this. That's Robert Vaughn with the sticks, all the sticks around him. With there's always different faces coming out of these faces. I showed this other day how Ernie Shell to the left is exactly the same photo, basically, as the guy from Idaho 4 Murder. Candace Bly with her black nail polish. That's called the trophy, you guys. That's the trophy. These are trophies. Here's the guy, that's the clown holding his trophy. And a head with the heart next to the air. So the picture that you see up here, you guys, is from Kylie Rodney's car. And this is where I saw that black nail polish on the thumb. And that's a white thing with the red heart. I know this looks a little odd, but this is very significant. This here is the white with the red heart. And this is this black nail polish really, really reminds me of what's going on with Candace. Because this is the stuff, it's all the same stuff. This, I just kept this stuff in here. That's notice the small little maroon box inside the clear one. It's right in here. I'll circle it. Right here. That's the small maroon box. Here's the head. There's the A. This is the car ride. Here's the maroon, the red, the green box. It's always been here. Always been here. Summer's stuff has always been here. I always make sure I keep looking at this because it's important to look at. So there's Candace's black nail polish. And these photos, I don't know why all of a sudden they came up, but they're very different. But they're definitely zooming in. I showed this. You know, this string, these strings are important. I'm going to keep repeating it. I would find those strings. Here, this is the matching pattern that I said. This is Summer Moon and Ziggy. To me, these are the same. I showed this all before. That's some older Summer. We went over that already. And if anyone thinks that these are something needs to be done about this, that to the left is in the Wells house with the little hand coming out of the attic. I've shown this plenty of times. This is in the interview room's video right here. And the interview room's video shows a hand coming out of the attic in the basement. That's straight from his video, you guys. That's Summer Moon Wells's bedroom. And those are what the rooms look like. These are what the rooms look like. All of them. This is what they look like, you guys. These are behind walls, behind plaster. Look at his fingers are all bloody. Again, it's not about these people. It's about the story and using this information to bring justice by finding the children. So even if I were to brighten this up, the fingers are still bloody. That's blood. I mean, I have that. See it coming out of the wall? That's the machine. And that's a child. That's the machine behind the wall. That's the same machine that I showed you with the fence right here. So apples to apples, the machine that you see here behind the wall, behind his hand, is a machine like this. That is behind his bloody hand. And see that child? See that child's head? And no one has probably looked into this. What can I do? I can't do anything. I'm not the law enforcement. And this is what's behind walls. This is what it looks like. I think that this here, and I kept these in because this here, 87, this here, gives a great insight to how these walls are layered. These are layered. These walls are layered like that, you see. That's how they're built. Just like that. That's how they're built. And I'm just obviously, this is all allegedly. Obviously, who the fuck knows if I'm right or wrong? But I could just do the best that I could do. I give you the best reading that I could give you. And that's all I could do. Because what I tell you is what I believe to be true. It's what I believe to be true. See the person behind the wall? All the way to the right? That's what it is. It's weird. It's weird. Yeah, there's a lot going in here. And yeah, there's our Summer and our Kylie. I went over these. Yeah, this just blows my mind. this oh my god, I never noticed a smiley face on the left hand side. There's always smiley faces, you guys, and I just noticed this one. Wait, I'm gonna crop it in. Oh, and I never noticed the machine above them. Look at theirs. Here's the smiley faces. These faces are, by the way, you guys, in every case. Look. And then this is what's above them. Oh, the plot thickens. They're the smileys. The plot thickens. Look what's above them. Oh, I brightened it so much her head disappeared. Wait. Here. Wait, her head disappeared. There we go. There's the green, the maroon, the white. This is so damaging. Like, I would be like, this is just insane. They all match. These little boxes, these little critters. I mean, come on, you guys. And then all of a sudden she's in the video with the police in the ground behind the house. That's ridiculous that no one's looking at this stuff. I went over this one. Look at Summer. So I'm going to show you what's happening to Summer's face. It's going to get bloodier and bloodier as we tell the story. It's going to change to give more information because we did a good job here tonight and channeled and gave appropriate information. Summer Moon Wells is going to slowly show us the truth. this. See, this is what happens. It's called spirit. And this here is what Kylie Rodney just showed us what she looked like. You know, just because photos look different, at the end of the day, their very last photos are going to be the same. Like what happened to them and the process they went through they're pretty much all the same, right? So what you're seeing of Summer is really no different than what you saw of Kylie peeking through whatever's on her head, which is the same thing. That is no different than Kylie peeking through. You see? See? Their faces are sliced. Their skin is peeled. They're skinned. And they skin them to keep it for trophies. They keep it for trophies, you guys. Summer Moon Wells and Kylie Rodney, the same. This is what they did to them, you guys. This is why they wind up with their heads covered. This is what they wind up looking like. The story doesn't change. The story just is told in pieces at a time. So depending on when you see like this piece of Kylie will depend on what it looks like. This piece of Kylie, I venture to say, is the same. Oh, these are all changing. Holy shit. Look what's happening in Summer. These are the same. Look what's happening here, you guys. Look. Look at the baby. Look at how many different Summers are here. This is the baby. The baby is the milk jug. The baby's the milk jug. Right here. This is the baby's face. This is the milk jug. These are tubes. This is one, this is one, this is one. Wow. So if that's the baby, wait. Copy. So this is like a clown smiley face. This, this one. This is Kylie's. I'm keeping Kylie up here because I think that this is whoever is the baby one in this one. It looks like it's the same face. This is Summer Moon Wells, you guys. This is her sacrifice. This is her sacrifice, and this is why I keep doing this. And I don't stop. It's like that's the only reason it must be my purpose, because I can't figure it out. I really, like, I think about it all the time. Like when someone asks me, oh, what are you doing now? You know, you ran a big company, blah, blah, blah. No, I'm not doing it anymore. I'm trying to help find missing children. Well, how are you doing that? Well, I haven't really found anything yet, but it's a hard thing to explain. But this is what I'm here to show. There are a few different kids here, you guys. So we have one, 2, 3, 4. Those are 4 summer wells. One, 2, 3, 4. Remember I said there were 4 of them? There are 4 of them earlier. Take a picture of that. Who's Robert Irwin? Wait, I need to know who's Robert Irwin. Robert Irwin, because that Irwin is a very important name. that comes up for me. And I don't know any Irwin. Look at this, you guys. So these are the 4 victims in here. And this is what's in her. Look at how they're milk jugs. Look at how the kids are the milk jugs. See that? They're not milk jugs. Steve Irwin's son. Oh, you know, I met Steve Irwin. In my business, I used to do the Oscars and all the big shows, and I remember meeting him. Anyways, look at how the heads are the milk jugs. See that? Look at the milk jugs. How dumb do you think? You know how dumb they must think we are? That everyone called them milk jugs and they're actually kids' heads. Think about it. These are children's heads. They're not milk jugs. Yeah, the milk jugs have the missing kids on them. And the little child that was on the first milk carton is, I think he's one of these children. The little boy that was on the first milk carton, his name was Enan. Can't remember. I can't stop looking at this picture, you guys. I'm falling asleep, but this is a crazy photo. Those are the milk jugs. These are the milk jugs. Fuck, there's that thing again. You guys, I get a really awful feeling every time. That picture with that bed and that I'm not going to be able to shake it. I sent it into the authorities and I sent it into my FBI guy. Because I'm like, you have to figure out where this came from. Because it dropped in there with all my other photos. See the number 5 hanging? But look at this. See this? Watch. Here's the picture of that room. Let me see. I think that's what's next to the bed. It's like a mask. So, shit. Really bugging me. Let me look at this again. So here's the mask that's next to like this rifle. this mask. It's a mask. It's pointing to something. Oh, it's going to drive me crazy. This thing's going to drive me crazy. So the Idaho 4, now you see the importance of looking, the 10th, above their heads. You don't just stick on, you know, looking at one little piece of what's going on here. To look above the heads to see the details that are the most important. Right? Let me show you. Now that I have your attention, I'm going to show you what is above the heads are the machines. Watch. I think it's the red hair guy's apartment, to tell you the truth. That red hair dude, I think, is the one that's sitting up here. So all the way on top is this. That's what's on top, you guys. That looks quite similar to these girls' heads. Wait. Here. The one sitting at the party. Let me grab it. Because I cropped so many of these, it's hard to see what's what. 44. My God. Well, where I cropped it from. Well, this is what's on top, and to me, see the lines? Those are maroon boxes, and those are the same thing. This is what I show you in the fake car. Look what is in the pictures. No one's looking at the pictures. Because if they were looking at the pictures, they would see a resemblance to all the other photos. Look what's going on. Look on the top. She's like in a basket. Look at these. This is what I'm talking about. Are these things? These. They're everywhere. This isn't normal. Look over here. Look at this picture. I mean, these are pictures that are on the internet. These are the Idaho 4 photos that look at the head over here that everyone's had, but like this isn't what it should look like. It isn't. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense, you guys. And the thing is, everyone's accepting it as the reality and not thinking for themselves. I mean, you got to think for yourself. Then you go on the bottom and look to see what's happening on the bottom. That's a whole different story. But no one's going to see anything wrong with it. What's going on here isn't what you saw before. This dude's sweater is completely different from the sweater we saw the other day. These guys aren't wearing this stuff in the other video. Look at this. Doesn't look the same to me. Right? Let me show you something. I bet you the lines on this are different than the lines in this one. They are. The lines are different. Look at the bottom. There's not a second maroon one, and he doesn't have that thing on his arm. See? Looks like a button down. Doesn't even look like the same person. And who's that guy? Let's see. Yeah. It's just not completing the story correctly is what's happening. And the photos are being accepted as changing photos all the time. It's just being accepted. And it's being accepted that this thing is hanging in every photo of the Idaho 4 and no one wants to know what it is. No one wants to know what that thing is right here. It's just hanging in the window, hanging at the house, hanging at the party, hanging by the food truck. I know what this is. It's an element, but it shouldn't be in the photos, guys. That's Kylie Rodney. And I don't know who that girl is wrapped in plastic. But I could tell you something. I'm going to find it. Let me close this. Candace Bly. I saw it today. And I'm like, oh, what am I going to do with this? If Candace Bly or anyone else follows what's going on here, you all know that Candace has this on Summer. And what it is, it's just a silhouette. Let me brighten it up. It's a silhouette that is a very important symbol. This. It's let me turn this, do it this way. I don't know which way it goes. But this is whatever's going on here in the plastic. is very representative of the process. Oh, it's changing. Let me turn it back around, you guys. Oh. Wow, wait a minute. I'm going to have to show the face. I wasn't gonna. Yeah, I'm gonna. I'm gonna because it's what's on the mouth needs to be shown. I think this is really uncomfortable. And whatever this is attached to, this is very telling. So that's Kylie on the other side. These two are showing the same story. I don't know who they are. But I know that that silhouette, yeah, you're right, the patterns, the colors are starting to match up. Yeah, the colors are shifting. Kylie's are too. Here, I just brightened hers up because it's so dark. So this is Kylie's. That's Kylie, you guys. Yeah, you're right, Duchess. The colors are beginning to match. I mean, I have the information where I got this. It's pretty nasty, but the information and the symbols, like you need to watch those symbols, are the most important because that's what's consistent. That's what changes. I mean, that's what shows in other victims. The elements stay the same. And I wanted to pull this out really quickly for those who never saw Molly Golightly's hotel room. with the number 5 on her bed. This was very important. This is something that is a kind of pretty much a perfect match. Again, she shows these things in mirrors, TVs, reflections, but this is her hotel room. And that's what she's showing in her window, in her mirror. I believe that it's looking as if it's looking into a room. But that's Molly Golightly's room. And she shows this. This is a Summer Moon Wells Missing Children's room. I wonder if that room matches. There's a desk. Let's see what happens to her room. Because maybe something in here will match the room that I got. I don't know how. Let's see. Let me close this out. Okay. Let's see. I want to do it from this one. Good. If I could get a class. All right, let me grab. Oh, it's not in that one. The 6th. I want to see if anything looks familiar in this picture. Bright. Oh, look how bright I was able to make it. It's a little too bright. Okay. This is Molly's. And I'm going to be trying to compare this stuff. No. That's Molly's hotel room, you guys. And this is the last slide. I wanted to show you how I'm being told and shown that the Wells know exactly where everything is. Candace knows everything. Candace knows everything. This here in their house, this is Candace. This is the part of the house that is by the secret door. This is the door. See the lock? The bolt? This shows that it's in their house. What's going on over on Benny's side is the door's open. That's the only difference. Now, obviously, this is all allegedly, and I'm just telling you how, however I'm telling you it. This is Summer Moon Wells's box. This is the room in action. You get it? This is the room, door closed. You get behind these things and you find those strings, you're going to bring justice home. See how the string is hanging in the number 5 on the bottom of number 5? Over here, it's in the box. This is critical information that, man, I would love to get into their, oh God, I'd love to get on their property and spend like a week there. This is the same thing as this, but this is bolted closed. See the lock on the top? Here it's open. Here it's locked. It's locked closed here. The fuck do you have in the back there, Candace? What's going on back here, Candace? Let's see. Let's take a little look. That's a little interesting, wouldn't you say? I mean, this whole thing is weird. That could be right there would be the box. That's Summer's box right here. Right here. Yeah, it's a person leaning over the box. There's the raccoon. Shit, I keep thinking that's oh God, one of these is going to be the mask that's sitting in this room. That mask looks like this mask. Let me see. This. So, yeah, it looks like a guy. But do you see what's on top? Still trying to find a match for this. Right? Doesn't that look the same? This one looks the most the same. Because this looks the most the same. This is from the bedroom. Because how this is sticking out, how this here, this and this are the same. This is white, this is white. Oh my God, you guys are connected to the same thing. Oh my God. You guys are connected to the same posts. See? This way and this way. Turn it 1/4. Turn what 1/4? Copy, you mean this way? Shit, you guys. This way. See how it's the same bedposts? They're both on a post. Top left box. What do you mean top left box? Wait, let me open this up a little more. For those who... So those who don't know what I'm doing, this is a photo that showed up. I don't know if it was summer moons. So it's this. Top left box. That's like a rifle. This. This. Look. A lot the same. That looks like that. Wow. So for those who look at it, looks like someone's leaning over the table down here. For those, and then there's a face in the corner that just came in. The photo that I'm going to consistently keep working on is going to be this one. I already sent it in to the investigators. It's this one. Right here. It came in between either Summer Moon's pick video or the Idaho 4. But it's going to be an important one. This is Candace in her house. Yes, this is really normal. You guys, I'm going to call it a night. there was a lot gone over tonight, and this stuff is just getting tighter and tighter. The information's getting better and better, as far as presenting it easier so you guys see it with ease, you know. Is that a gun on that bed last? Yes, it's a gun. That's a gun on the bed. See, that is a gun. That's why I sent it immediately into the authorities. Because that's a gun and that's a knife on the bed. This is a V. This has all of my elements in it. This is a V right here. This is maroon. This is the V. This is a knife. This is a gun. And this is a rifle. And this is a mask. Yeah. Please, I'd love it if you do thumbs up on your way out. Thank you to my WCIA network family. You are amazing. Thank you. And thank you for the super chat, super sticker. To my new members or new subscribers, please, it would be a great way to support the channel. And thumbs up is always one of the easy, free, cheap ways of giving me a little satisfaction. Great job, Muffin Top and chat. To all my WCIA network family, you are fabulous. I couldn't be doing this without you. Thank you, Rumpel. Thank you, Muffin, GHY, all of you guys, Bernadette, Mary C. What is Ductus? A person leaning. Ductus, hi. Shakespeare Smith. I'm falling. Cammy, hi. I didn't say hi to you earlier. Hello, hello. Rhonda, I don't think I said hello to you either earlier. I'm falling asleep. This was great. You guys, I'm going to talk to you real soon. Watch for an update. And thanks so much for being here. Love you all. God bless you all. Talk to you later.